Okay, folks, here's the future book for all future dog trainers, available on bookbaby.com. And we are going to jump into a topic that I see a lot of people talk about, and I hope we can bring a little clarity to it for everyone because this is universal. Um, and if you looked at the top 5 tutorials on YouTube or questions people ask, well, let's say top 10. Somewhere in there, maybe top 5 is going to be treats, and you have 2 camps. I'm going to use the treats because it gets their attention. I ain't going to use treats because I'll have to walk around with liver in my pocket all my life. Don't want to do that. I want my dog to do it because he loves me. I don't think I love anybody like that, but that's the way, you hear a lot of that. So um, first let me explain how I use treats because there's something I don't think people are doing or that they're aware of. I hear a lot of folks, they always say, we use treats to get the dog's attention. And then the next group of positive treat trainers will say, we use treats as a reward. But they all forget what comes in the middle. So we're going to touch on the 3 things that you can do with a treat. 3, not 2. But first we need to address this weaning my dog off of treats question, all right? It's real simple. Dogs learn from repetition. Conditioned response, Pavlovian response, muscle memory, whatever phrase you want to use. Once they've done something, a certain behavior, one way, at a certain sound, enough times, they literally know what it means. But the more they've done it correctly, sloppy training will get you a sloppy dog. The more they've done it correctly, the more likely they are to always perform. So it's all about getting in good reps and you're good to go. Think of it like this. For treats, for those of you that are worried you're going to have to use treats for the rest of your life, think about, I don't know, 5, 6-year-old in school learning math for the first time. Think about yourself when you learn math for the first time. When you started, you had a pencil and paper, and you drew the 2 and the 2, and then you went 4, right? And you looked at it in the book, and you saw it had a 2 and a 2, and it was a 4. But after so many times of drawing it and seeing it, you didn't need that book anymore to guide you because that's what we're doing with our treats. That's what I do with the treats. For me, the most important element of treat training, positive training, whatever you want to call it, is it's a great guide. So scientific studies have shown dogs get as excited about their owner petting them as they do about a treat. The problem is I can't use petting to reward a behavior that the dog doesn't know. There's where the treats come in. There's where the third element of training with a treat comes in. Yes, it gets their attention and all that sort of stuff. But once I have the treat, I can't say to the dog, if you'll come to my heel, my left side, I'll pet you. He don't care. He don't know what you're saying. But I can take my treat, stick it in front of his nose, and draw the path I want him to take. And when I put a sound to that path, pretty soon, just like you drawing that 2 plus 2 on your paper, if you do that enough times, you don't need the pencil and paper anymore. You can figure it all out by yourself. And that's what I do with treat training. And of course, then at the end, he gets a little something for his trouble. But I also always add a physical praise. So, example, I got the foundation sire of the Western Shepherd right here, Mr. Black Bart. He's getting a little chunky. He's not quite as slim as he should be, but he ain't bad looking puppy dog. Hey, Bart. Everybody. So now, yes, Bart already knows how to do all this, but I don't want to get a puppy that does it sloppily, and then you won't get the idea. So he's sitting right here. I'm going to tell him to stay. This is his favorite thing. We always start our training with a kiss. Right, buddy? Okay, sit. Bart, sit. Let me move over here where we don't get this light in our way. Come here, pal. Bart, sit, stay. Now, I'm going to take out a treat. Oh, that's good. He knows the sound of cellophane, if you hadn't guessed. And he can be a gut bucket. Whoa! You see, there's for the people that say treats get their dog's attention. There's proof it does. But now let's see what happens if I ask him to come to my left side and sit at a heel. I'm going to go, there's my hand signal for heel. Now I'm going to go heel. I'm going to step back. I'm going to draw him with the treat and I bring my hand up, well, he already knows how to sit, so he's sitting. But I can literally place the treat in front of his nose, and it's like pulling him with a ring in his nose. Down. So there's your plus for using treats. When you're starting off, I always use treats to start. Treats are the beginning teaching phase of my training process. After this, I go to whatever the next best thing is. Carrie, what are you doing here? Bring us, don't throw it, I'll drop it.
Here you are, sir.
We got Agent Butters here. So what I said was earlier that the most exciting thing to a dog is food and the physical touch of his owner's hand. But the thing dogs work the hardest and longest for is their favorite toy or tug, all right? And you see how pert he is? He's more excited looking at his ball than he was looking at the treat. But in the beginning, I couldn't have used this ball to lure him. Well, maybe could, he likes it. But now, I've done the teaching with the treat. Now, the second phase comes in, I use the tug or the toy for the training. In other words, my repetitions. And let's see how well that works. Hey, Bart, come here. Heel. Down. Heel. And then we give him a little. There we go. So you can see we use the treats correctly. It sure beats heck out of yanking your dog into position and making him do it. It's a way to do, as I like to say, I don't want to make a dog do anything. I want to make the dog want to do everything. And when you got a dog who really wants to do that, you know, you got your pretty good partner you can depend on. Right, Bart? Come on, buddy. Bart, let's go.